walk out, Denzel or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Imagine how many niggas, you know, grandmothers and shit cooking up, you know, smothered pork chops or whatever else. They got it going, and then they're gonna go to church and have it ready when they get home. You know? You got it? Ham and
But
shit.
see, the thing about it is he can tell you to stop, but he can't tell you why. He can tell you, because you tell us, yeah, it says in the Bible, but then we can go into the layers of why don't eat pork, don't eat shellfish. Oh, why not? Because look at your health. Look what it does. Look at the people on this sign and how their health is. They got high blood pressure, heart disease, liver disease, and the list goes on. We can point to Esau's facts.
Yep. Let's go right into science.
Right into science.
And what they gonna do? They're gonna go right around all that, like they didn't hear it, and then bring out it's not which cometh out of him.
We're going into
a man that pollutes him, but what comes out of him.
Yeah, Christians read that wrong though. But Peter said, "Do I call any man common or?"
Exactly.
Right.
It didn't say no animals. No.
Verse 10, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits.
Yep, tell us lies. Tell us sweet little lies. You know that song anyway. That's what people want. Because they don't want to, they'd rather hear smooth things and easy things. Somebody get another translation of that. Because it's going to say Isaiah 30.
30 and verse 10.
9, verse 10. Yeah. Because I think it's going to say it to where it's going to say, we don't want to hear that. Or something to that effect. But basically, Jake don't want to hear the basics. They don't want to know what they need to do to amend and repent their ways to be in good standing with the Heavenly Father. They don't want to even know that they're not in good standing with the Heavenly Father now by the ways that they already have.
About the lies, you read Nahum 3:1, it said, "Woe to the bloody city that is full of lies and robbery." That's here in America, man. You know, so these people are comfortable in lies, man.
Yep. That was it.
So we got an NLT. We got a roll. Read.
Isaiah 30, you was gonna start at 8?
Start at 10. Just read 10.
Verse 10 says, they tell the seers, stop seeing visions.
Yep.
They tell the prophets.
We don't want to know about what the things are in the sky. Them some alien orbs or something that's going to destroy us. We don't want to hear about that.
We want to perish.
Yeah, if we don't talk about it, it ain't going to happen. Go ahead.
They tell the prophets, don't tell us what is right. Tell us nice things.
There you go. Don't tell us Jake don't like to be corrected. That's one clear thing about our people. Our people hate being corrected.
Especially by men that look like this.
Oh, now they'll funny. They'll listen to Denzel.
Yeah. Because of his status.
But not because of how low we are.
Exactly.
Man, I'm just like you. I was once where you at. You know, I was never a multi-million-dollar Oscar-winning actor. You know, but because while he was studying his craft in that, we were studying the craft of the scriptures and the understanding of the scriptures, and we have this understanding. They ain't gonna hear that.
Nope.
I spent my last 20 years studying the scriptures.
Yeah.
And they ain't gonna want to hear that. You know.
The CSB says that same verse. They say to the seers, "Do not see," and to the prophets, "Do not prophesy the truth to us. Tell us flattering things. Prophesy illusions."
Yeah, there you go. Flattering things and illusions. That's what our people would rather hear.
They want to hear fantasy, man.
Yeah. If he got on there talking like that, tell it in that training day voice, or what's another one he did where he was kind of stern in his voice? The great debaters or whatever. Malcolm X. He came in one of them type of speech voices, but telling them the truth. Jake ain't gonna want to hear that shit after too long.
Jake wanted the nigga to turn into a limestone.
Yeah. Like, nah, man, you know, my nigga, what happened to that?
My nigga.
What happened to that? You know, I thought you was, you know, Jake want to hear it to where it's easy and that they already on the path and they ain't got to make no adjustments and changes. But we're here to tell you the opposite. As a people, we got to make some serious adjustments and changes. Now, we know 2/3 ain't going to do it, but we still have to warn you about it.
Okay.
And we're gonna be hated for doing it.
There you go.
Jake don't want to hear. They don't want to hear what's right for them.
Oh, you was gonna say something?
George Orwell said, the further society shifts from the truth, the more it hates those who tell the truth.
Yep.
You know? So yeah, you when you tell people what they're not used to hearing, it's gonna make them that much uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So let me say this. This was a thought I had earlier. I mentioned Bond about it. Howard Shine's story is not a good story until he gets resurrected. That's not a positive story until he gets resurrected. Nobody was just loved him. Nobody was really, you know, he was never really accepted like that. Like people hated this guy.
Yeah.
You know? You got one?
Yeah, this is John 15 and 18. If the world hate you,
Yep.
you know that it hated me before it hated you.
Yep.
If ye were of the world would love his own.
He don't love Denzel because he's the image of what they want to be. Red carpet, status, and all that.
Rich.
Adoration of the people.
But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you.
Hey, you know how many people get mad? Did you see the game last night? Nah, I didn't see it. It just automatically like it's like like you're a party crasher, man.
If you only see the game, you and that person ain't got shit to talk about. Nothing to talk about. It's like, damn, didn't come at all. Like, nigga, did you see what's going on in New Jersey?
Yeah, right.
No, what happened? Like, right. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
like that's why brothers that's in this truth, it's hard to really mix with niggas in the world on some on any real kind of level. You know, you can talk if you've seen the game or you know a little bit, you can talk, but
It's very limited.
it's minimum.
10 minutes
Yeah.
max, bro. And after like 10 minutes, you gonna slip out and half full of scripture.
Yeah, got
And
it.
that's gonna throw them off, and this is gonna be weird after that.
That's why you got to be okay with what that's saying about the world hating you. And once you get into that mindset of putting value on what people think about you, then you get in the wrong spirit, man.
Yep.
Yeah,
You got a
so
little more, right?
I got a precept to that. John 7:7 in the Amplified Bible says, the world cannot hate you since you are a part of it, but it does hate me because I denounce it and testify that its deeds are evil.
Yep. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Whether it's
That's what we're
Denzel,
doing right now, yeah.
whether it's his daughter's lifestyle, whether it's his son's lifestyle, whether it's you random Jake that just go to work, just want to eat chicken wings and drink beer and watch the football game on a Sunday. That their minds are far from the Father. Our words are against you.
That's
And it's against you to change your ways, right?
You see a lot of these people, bro, what their life is subjected to. Like you said, a ball game, a football season, a basketball season, they woman, you said job.
I think I'm gonna get overtime.
They kids or whatever. Like, man, when you realize and understand that this whole world we live in is just bullshit, you know, that's when you can begin to wake up and come into this knowledge, man.
And it vexed the fuck out of you.
Hell yeah.
Because the more you know, you start to understand how fucked up and out of order and just everything. It's just straight bullshit, man.
You know every day
Yeah.
you going through the motions.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? You going to work to do the shit the next day and do the next day. So what if you get a promotion? So what if you own the company? You still got to go to that place and work and do whatever you got to do so to provide the fucking roof over your head.
You got to put up with a lot of bullshit.
We said that.
You might work at your job and a woman is in a higher position over you.
And don't know.
You got to take orders from this bitch.
And she don't know as much as you.
So if she come in one day on her cycle, you got to put up with that shit.
Or she get into an argument with her man at home if she got one, and then she come taking it out on the employees. You got to deal with that shit.
I had that happen to me. That's just not fun. She came here trying to clean house. She was new, trying to come in here and clean house. I've been there trying to give her the game on how this store worked. And this bitch came to me and was like mad on real life shit. So I got to the point because I knew she didn't have a man. I was like, yeah, me and my wife I just bring that shit up. Me and my kids, we was having a good time this weekend. We just bringing that shit up, just little jabs. Just calm down. Calm down.
One more precept. Amos 5:10 in the NIV It says, there are those who hate the one who upholds justice in court and detest the one who tells the truth.
Mm-hmm.
What it say, Brian?
One that detests the truth.
Test the truth.
They hate him that tells the truth. They detest him that speaks the truth.
Yeah.
Let me finish reading this too, because it goes with what you just said. Isaiah 30:12. Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon. Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant.
What is that talking about? When it says the particular part of the verse says as a breach ready to fall from that point down, pretty much. But what is that talking about? Yeah. Read it again.
What is a breach?
Therefore, this iniquity shall
start up with
because okay.
Yep.
Because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness,
Yep.
and stay thereon.
Yep.
Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant.
Sorry.
That's coming, right?
Yeah.
That's the big picture. That's the big picture.
And you gotta.
All this society that you built up, your lifestyle you built up, all that's gonna collapse.
The oppression, trusting in Babylon,
Yep.
the perverseness, Babylon, and you stay there in the wickedness. You
Yep.
indulged in it. You profited from it.
You separate yourself.
Right. You
Yep.
accepted it, and therefore you're gonna reap the judgment. Should you say what it says it? Therefore, this iniquity, the iniquity that you were consumed in,
Yep.
shall be as a breach ready to fall. And we know what a breach is. When a
Weak point.
weak point, right? And
Yep.
like a levee.
You had another thought on
Analogy.
it?
Yeah, I was thinking about, like, whenever I read that precept, I think of like a pillar like this.
Yep.
And it's pretty much like this. You trusting in something, and
Right.
this is what you trusting in, but it's weak. It's unstable. You're not supposed to be trusting in that.
Yeah.
So at some point, when you least expect it, all that shit that's gonna the iniquity, like it
Yep.
says, is gonna fall upon you, man.
Yep. Yeah. Wait. Before you do that, I just want to make the full point of that. So this is all that type of thing. So what are we doing? So we're changing our ways. And so instead of, like, if this is the analogy of us being under this thing, those are the pillars holding it up, we're changing to move from up under.
Right.
So we don't get
Right.
caught up in it.
We're moving
right?
away from that breach that's
Exactly.
about to fall.
We're not attached to this
Right.
place we go.
I was gonna say, or to build a solid foundation.
Right, exactly. So now we got a stronger foundation to build, and we're out here working together. It's changing the analogy of just that, but you get the idea.
And that foundation is under Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
Right.
I got something.
Yeah.
Chief Cornerstone.
Yeah, come.
Want to let him get his right quick?
Go ahead.
Were you guys on Isaiah 30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay, gone.
That's perfect precept, right?
Right, this is what it say in the Amplified
There you
Bible,
go.
right? It says, therefore this wickedness, this sin, this injustice, this wrongdoing will be to you like a crack in a wall about to fall,
Yep.
a bulge in a high wall whose collapse comes suddenly in an instant. So yeah.
And that's the minds of our people that just can't wait. Like, if cable go out today, you know what I mean? You know how many niggas gonna be mad? The power went out, a rolling blackout or something happened today, and it's 6 hours before the power come back on. In any neighborhood in America, niggas is gonna be pissed because they missed the game, their favorite team or whatever. They missed the game, they missed their hot meal, whatever they had planned. They're gonna be upset about it.
It hampers their plans.
And that's the
Whatever.
small scale idea of how people's lives live. Because when you really look at how people live their life, they know that, okay, I get up, go to work today, take my kids to school, whatever, I shower, whatever all my daily routine is, go to work, come home, and then you're gonna repeat that for 60 years and die.
Yeah.
That's really what the life is for a simple-minded Jake today. I got this one plan though, in my spare time, I'm gonna work on my '64 Chevy, and I'm gonna put the switches on it. That might be something they got.
Yeah, right.
That leads
but
nowhere.
you retire, say you retire at 64, 65. You got a pension, 401k, whatever. Esau has set it up where you're not gonna live 10 years, 15 years. So all that pension, all that Social Security you didn't put into the 401k, that shit is, after you die, that's gone. You may give your 401k to your family, you know, if it's set up like that. But a lot of that shit, you don't get no more of that money. And Esau set it up like that. So you're so old, you can't even enjoy life. All the money that you receive, it's just enough to get you month by month.
Yeah.
Barely.
And
You buy medication.
hospital bills and medication. Don't get that
It's
up.
fucked up, man.
And here's the other part of that. All that has everything to do with not the prophecies.
Yeah.
That's just life without the prophecies of what we know is coming.
So we know all of this. Oh, you know, retired. Like, man, I figure I ain't gonna never fucking retire.
Oh,
So I don't think we even gonna be here.
Retirement,
But
is when this society collapses.
man,
We ain't gotta go to work.
It's crazy because they'll you know raise the
Retirement
age of
age.
retirement.
Yeah.
But then they working you harder. So you not like if this shit continue on and you working this hard, you got to work damn near 2 jobs. You ain't gonna even live that long. So you never gonna retire.
down the plantation.
I gotta.
Go ahead.
That's all good.
Go ahead. I had 2nd Ezra 14, and starting at 14, it says, "Let go from the mortal thoughts."
Yep.
And those is the thoughts that the brother was talking about. You know, stop. Let go of this future that you have planned for yourself, man. and look at the things that are not seen. Man. It says, "Cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature." And that can be, you putting off, you put so much care into these things of the world. Yeah, we stressed out and we go through our daily struggles and all that, but don't put too much care on it to where it's weighing you down. Let Yahweh Shah take care of all of that and just worry about your necessities. It says, "And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times." And that's the point, man.
Yeah, the necessities doing the work.
Yep.
Yeah, your treasures in heaven.
Exactly.
Your treasures in earth, right?
Yeah, all these necessities and benefits that Jake rely on and take comfort in, it's all going to get disrupted in Jacob's trouble.
Okay.
All these things that Jake is accustomed to or entitled to,
Yep.
in this society, that shit's going to get disrupted, and they ain't gonna know what the hell to do with themselves when that time comes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you get for trusting in oppression. That's what you get when this shit is gonna collapse. Then what?
Okay.
Exactly.
And you mentioned earlier how this world, it vexes us. When you vexed with this world, it makes it that much easier to detach, man. So if you're not vexed, it's gonna be very hard for you to detach when that time comes, man, because it's gonna be unwillingly at that point.
Nigga think I got it good. What I need to, they think they got it good.
Yep.
It's an illusion. Like, no, you ain't got it good. Shit, you may make a little bit more than me or the next man, but with hyperinflation, that's gonna make the shit make your hell make it that much worse. But like that.
What was that at that says basically everybody gonna be on the same level when the money collapse, when the society collapses? It maketh kings, or was it talking about the truth? Or was it wine? It was wine. It was talking about wine in 1st Esdras. But anyway,
Also, richest prophet not in the day of trouble.
That's another one. Yeah, exactly. Because the point is that's perfect precept to what I'm thinking. But the point of what I was thinking was everybody gonna be on the same level. I think 2nd Esdras 15 will not regard governors and kings. Everybody gonna be on the same low level. So they ain't gonna run to Denzel. Denzel, what should we do? And he be like, I don't know. I'm going home.
At that point, it's like,
Real quick, let me get this real quick. This is in prophecy, Isaiah 24 and 7. This is in the NLT. It says the grapevines waste away, and there is no new wine. All the merrymakers sigh and mourn. The cheerful sound of tambourines is stilled. The happy cries of celebration are heard no more. The melodious chords of the harp are silent. Gone are the joys of wine and song.
Yeah, you think them Ishmaelites over there in Gaza, you think they're rejoicing? You think they're celebrating? No, man, they fucking mourning over there. And Esau gonna bring that same energy that he got from Ishmaelites over there. He gonna bring it right here to America on you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans.
Right.
You might get that right out the Trump gets inaugurated.
Yeah.
Man, they don't realize, man. You see those, I was talking last night, you see those videos of what's going over there in Gaza Strip? That shit, they living in torment. You know, they don't know when some shit can straight. They be at school having a little festival, boom, 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 you hear kids crying and stuff. You know?
Chief Holman's army be to knock at your door and kick the door in and snatch up anything brown in there. You gotta go.
I just seen videos where the whole family got destroyed, and the only one survivor was a little baby, and the baby was burnt all up.
Yeah.
So how much more you Jakes, you Israelites, that they hate them, but they hate you niggas and you Mexican niggas, you Puerto Rican niggas with a passion.
Hey, Psalms 83, Ishmael's name,
Yeah, he's in the list.
yeah, he's the nation that helped, cut you off from your heritage, man. So Esau, man, when he comes down on you Jakes, man, it ain't gonna be no mercy on y'all.
His inner desires to take you out. You got more.
Back in Isaiah 24:9, it says, "Gone are the joys of wine and song. Alcoholic drink turns bitter in the mouth.
Yeah, kind.
The city rives in chaos.
So like it.
Every home is locked up to keep out intruders."
Yeah.
See?
That same. That same drink that was once a balm, and festive to you, you drank, in order to escape your problems. Hey, now it's causing more misery to you, man.
Yep. Now you gotta hold that up and keep it secure. Hey, what was that movie? The First Purge, not the movie, the First Purge, the original Purge movie. And he was stressed out about that. The little kid went and opened the door. To let people in.
Let the nigga in.
Yeah, let the nigga in. And they're gonna kill him, Dad. He's like, no. Now his whole shit's fucked up.
He was the architect of the whole
System.
man.
It says, mobs gather in the streets crying out for wine. Joy has turned to gloom. Gladness has been banished from the land.
I'm glad all this is coming out, because this is all the breach of your well-ordered life that the average everyday American is believing in. It's gonna come crashing down, and the wall's gonna collapse.
This is what Jake put their trust in.
Exactly. This is also
all these forms of comfort.
That broken reed, that they lean upon.
See, as long as Jake is comfortable, this is where they can still be prideful. They can still commit their abominations and prosper and live life accordingly, as long as they're comfortable. The very second that comfort is stripped from them and the affliction subsides, that's when that pride goes out the window. Like it says in Sirach 11, there's a forgetfulness of prosperity in the day of their affliction. That's when everything gets serious. Now all of a sudden you want to turn to the Lord. Now that adversity is hitting you. Proverbs the first chapter.
Wait, don't say it. Yeah, because I was gonna ask him about that. So what is that one thing? That makes them change? That one thing that takes people out of their pride and humbles people the most, and it brings you to the Most High. Fear. Fear. That's what you were referring to, right?
Yep.
Fear is what's gonna change these people. But see, we already read the report of the prophecies, and we're already scared. Dude said, y'all scary. Hell yeah, we scared. You think we out here because we ain't scared?
Bro.
He said, when your fear cometh as desolation and as a whirlwind.
Yeah.
Man.
He said he's gonna mock when your fear comes.
He's gonna mock when that happens.
Because I warned you.
Feeling pain is not enjoyable.
I had a priest.
Them people on that island over in I believe it's in Mayette, France.
Yeah.
A fucking what was that? A typhoon?
Yeah, kind of.
A fucking typhoon just wiped right through that shit.
Yep.
And they said they fear like
They said
tens of thousands
yeah.
of people are dead over
Tens
there.
of thousands. Tens of thousands.
Tens of thousands,
They put it out
they're
there.
feared
Yeah.
dead over there.
And that's actually Africa, southern like near
Yeah. Mozambique.
South Africa.
It's
Yeah.
Mozambique.
Mozambique,
Near over there.
Mozambique.
And what it is, it's just France.
But they
rules
French,
that
yeah,
island.
they French, yeah, they
just
speak
so
French over there.
Geographically,
Right,
you understand.
right,
But yeah,
right.
exactly right. The main language is French and all of that.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
I had this to back you
Tens
up
of thousands,
on
man.
that Isaiah 24 you read. Lamentations 5 and 15. The joy of our heart is ceased. Our dance is turned into mourning. The crown is fallen from our head. Woe unto us that we have sinned. For this our heart is faint. For these things our eyes are dim. Yep,
Get Hosea 5.
I'm right. Hosea 5, I'm going to get straight to the point. Verse Hosea 5 and 15 it says, "And I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face."
See, and that's the thing. The Lord, that's what He wants His people to do. Acknowledge that you niggas are you're fucking up, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Acknowledge that you're fucked up right now. Don't try to act all like you don't deserve what you're getting put through.
Exactly.
Yep.
Acknowledge your offenses, and that's where we come in. Isaiah 58.
Exactly.
We have to, show the house of Israel their sins and transgressions. Jake act like they're fucking spotless.
Yep.
You know?
They're not acknowledging that they need their healing.
Huh? You need medicine, man. You down bad out here. You need healing.
Your hood ain't enough to show you
Yeah.
your living condition.
Right.
The way your spouse treats you, the way your children treat you, that ain't enough. You fill up the prisons and the grave sites and the hospitals, and that ain't enough to show you.
Let your lifestyle fool you, man. You may have some money, you may be eating at these expensive restaurants, but you just eating expensive bullshit.
Hey, could you imagine if we had to wait for every Israelite to repent?
We never.
That's why it's a good thing that the Lord only requires a remnant. You know, because or else, hey, we grow old, die, and then a new batch of prophets, it would just never end.
Yeah.
Try to get these people to repent and acknowledge that they're going off. You know?
The latter part of this, it says, in their affliction, they will seek me early. And when you go into that word early, man, it means earnestly. Meaning that fear is going to be there, which is going to cause that desperation and that urgency thing.
Yep.
The urgency is supposed to already be there for you to get in position before the shit comes.
Yeah. Let like what's going on over there in between Russia and Ukraine. You had one of the cities in Russia recently where Ukraine had flew some drones into some buildings.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just one; it was a few buildings got hit. And if something like that happens here in America, because we experienced that before with 9/11, but the buildings actually came down.
They imploded rather than.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. But if something like
Demolition.
that, of that magnitude,
Okay.
or even worse, was to happen on the soil, the fear is going to automatically activate in these people. Because we saw it transpire back in 2001.
Okay.
People got very fearful. That's when they want to get serious. Anytime something tragic happens, we need to pray for America.
Yeah.
Everybody want to get religious.
Come together.
Everybody come together. Let's be peaceful.
Vegas strong, Boston strong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all
all that
yeah.
shit.
Exactly.
If something like that happens again, man, Esau gonna pass the legislation. Hey, getting off the streets, fam, in other words.
Yeah.
And we know Esau is planning for something like that. It's just a matter of time when it's gonna happen. We just pretty much wait. Because that's what he needs to push this agenda and this push this world, get this World War III. Not that World War III, but also the New World Order popping. You know, he's gonna need something to put fear in the people to push that agenda. So we don't know. It could be an EMP. It could be a false flag attack from, they say, Russia or whoever, China, a cyber attack. something. It could be like the brother said. It could be some type of physical attack where a drone hits something.
Heart.
Yeah.
The earthquake or a major storm that knocks out power. A rolling blackout. It could be anything, man. I'm hoping for anything.
It could be an invasion,
Yeah.
whatever.
Anything.
An invasion of drones.
Yeah.
But controlled by, who knows?
Kick this shit off.
It'd be an easy target too, man. Because people in America, it's so crowded here, and everybody love gathering. It's always some kind of event, some kind of the movie theater, casino,
stadiums.
always.
Shit, let one of these stadiums blow up.
Lie, right?
Right.
It was live.
Some Dark Knight.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
We
Dark
was,
Knight Rises.
that came out, we was like, that might be promising. Something happened at one of these stadiums. Then they had that quick subliminal flicking during the game. They showed the stadium blew up. I don't know if y'all saw it. It was a brother caught it. It was like a split second, or it was a guy caught it. And then he was a TiVo in the game or something. Might have been Super Bowl or something. It was around the same time the Dark Knight came out. Dark Knight Rises came out. I don't remember the exact year. But anyway, when it was happening, right between the commercial, there was a quick flash. He was like, what the fuck is that? So he backed it up and played it in slow-mo. And he paused it, and it was like just a quick scene of a destroyed stadium. But that would be, we'll take some numbers out. That would be a good idea,
It was a scare last year when the Super Bowl, the last Super Bowl
was here.
It was when it was here. It was a scare about something could possibly happen, and it was all kind of subliminal messages about something possibly happening. And something did happen that day, but it didn't happen at the Super Bowl. They were saying that it was some I don't know if he was. I think he might have been Nigerian or something like that, but his family, they owned like a bank.
Ended up dying, right?
And ended up dying in a helicopter crash.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
And they was allegedly on their way here or something to that effect.
He was like a billionaire or something.
He was a billionaire, and they topped his damn helicopter down and blew his ass up.
I got a quick proof. Job 5:22. That destruction and famine thou shalt laugh.
It's important that this is the difference of what we're doing versus what a Denzel or these plantation Christians can do. They'll read this out of context, like we already can get this stuff now. This is about in the worst situations. You got it?
At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be in peace with thee. And thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace, and thou shalt visit thy habitation and shalt not sin.
I'm liking what he just said. We got evidence that the Heavenly Father did this before. How? When did he perform miracles for the children of Israel during, well, I was giving away if I say that, during an Exodus, Well, he fed us, he gave us drink, and he didn't let our clothes and shoes wear out. That's just, and he left the chariot up here to guide us through day and night, right? So we don't think that's gonna happen again.
Right, and these are the things that we know that's written. I'm pretty sure he did all kind of different miracles that, because it said the miracles that Yahushua did, Hayes contained, and we know that was Yahushua that was guiding us with the chariot out of Egypt.
We're gonna do greater.
And Yahushua, he's always been there, but you can't even, we can never repay Yahushua for all the shit that he done for the nation.
All the blessings.
Not that shit like that, but
Another account is I believe it was a famine in Samaria in 1 Kings, like the 18th chapter, I believe, somewhere around there. And Elijah, he was going into a city, and there was a woman out there, and the Lord basically didn't allow the cruse of oil and the meal to run out until the famine was over.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it rained, and then the crops became plentiful.
So great example, because these situations, it rained manna every day. He said, don't even collect none. Yeah. And the quail, don't even collect none. Because you're gonna have fresh tomorrow.
Even before that happened, he was feeding them. The ravens was feeding Elijah bread and meat 2 times a day, man. The ravens, the birds of the air.
The Lord said, take no thought for what you're gonna eat, what you're gonna wear. You know, that, hey, the other nations got to worry about that.
Yeah.
You know?
But
And that's
you gotta say the last
and guess what?
part on that.
That's gonna take faith
Okay.
to step out in that mentality, knowing that if shit is not accessible, everything is scarce. People fighting and killing each other over what's the limited resources that's accessible. It's gonna take you a high level faith to step out there and believe that the Lord's gonna somehow feed you.
Right.
So what does the scripture say? So what does the scripture say to do instead of worrying about those things?
Right.
Seek first.
Seek ye first the kingdom.
There you go. Yeah, the clue word out.
Mm.
Yeah, which is praying, which is studying, which is, you know, because you're gonna pray for the things that He did before. Hey, Lord, you did this. Pray that you do this for us now. We need this. You said you would do this, so we have to know what the scriptures say. Study the scriptures, seeking the kingdom, minded wise first, spiritually first, before we get the physical. So these things are coming into play. That's what this book is about. About us gathering this and learning how we should conduct ourselves when these times and these events come.
Yeah, before the time.
Yeah, so we can do it, and it's enough to guide others that didn't take the same time, but are on the same path.
There goes my point I was going to mention. It goes back to wisdom. Everything that the brother said, faith, wisdom, they all go hand in hand. So if during these times when there's no food and it's famine, it's pestilence, yes, of course we're going to use faith, we're going to lean on the scriptures, but we're going to lean on the wisdom of the scriptures. We're going to have to walk on faith using wisdom. If it's people at a store and people just bugging out, it's like you said, it's only scarce resources. Maybe I shouldn't go to this store.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's not a good idea. Like, nah, I'm gonna have to put, I'm gonna put faith in Yahweh Shah that, hey, I may find something on the way home. One of these niggas maybe get in a scuffle and they just drop a pack of turkey or something.
Yeah.
Some righteous food, and you can just slide your way. But go ahead, you got it. No.
How you said, you spoke about the wisdom and how it says wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. That's not just saying because you have knowledge in your head that you're gonna be stable in that day. You're gonna have to be applying the things that's in your head. Going into what you were saying about using this time now to exercise those things. So when that day comes, we're gonna be able to apply in the day.
The stability is dealing with your faith.
Yeah. We're number one.
Number one, faith.
Yeah.
All right. We have these scriptures for our comfort. So we have expectations when these things finally play out. We already know how it's going to go because the Lord already said it. It's already written. So you just, all right, I know what the Lord said about this. The Lord already said how it's going to play out.
Mm-hmm.
I wholeheartedly believe that the Lord's going to bring me through it. Let's get it in. Let's go.
So I'm gonna stay in position so He can work that miracle.
Yeah, kind.
You know?
Right.
You got something?
You got it. Go ahead, bro.
This is Ecclesiastes 2:10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in His fear and was forsaken? Or whom did He ever despise that called upon Him?
That's huge. We got, hey, you said, I'm doing what you told us to do. We've been doing that. I know you didn't bring me out here to say, like they murmured with Moses. Well, some of them didn't murmur. Some of them was just with the mission.
Yeah. It was. Some of them were still infatuated with the miracle of the deliverance through the Suez Canal. Like, damn, I can't believe what just happened last month.
Yeah.
When you think about it,
I would gladly keep this feet.
Jake murmuring and complaining was just them basically losing faith.
Yep.
Because remember what it said in Deuteronomy, the 33rd chapter. I think either the 33rd or the 32nd chapter.
Yeah.
Where he said, this talk about this generation. This is a forward generation in whom is no faith. And you shall see how the end shall be. He said that.
21st.
So it was like the longer the Lord allowed them to linger in that wilderness and to get all the way out there into that desert, the more he started to see the faith of Jake decrease. Even though he's showing all these examples of his divine power, he already just showed you what he was willing to do for you to deliver you from out of the hands of your enemies.
Right.
So, but you're not going to trust him when he sends you out into the desert.
Right.
Like he can't keep you alive and preserved to you know, be out there in that element, you know. And he did that just to test Jake, and he saw how feeble Jake's faith really is. You know. Yeah.
All except Caleb and Joshua.
Yeah.
I got a quick.
Scriptures say in a day of was that Proverbs 24?
I got it, I'm open.
Your strength is small.
Yeah, it says Proverbs 24:10. It says, "If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small."
Strength is small, and you're gonna see that again, because Jake is gonna have the same situation occur where things are gonna get real tight, because this devil is gonna squeeze he's already putting a squeeze, but this devil, he ain't done. He's gonna put a even tighter squeeze, and watch how a lot of our people fold, man. They're gonna want in on this devil's new world order, just so they can get their comfort back, so they can get their life back. It's gonna be like the wilderness. Give me Hebrews 3. Hebrews 3. Start at was it 12?
Hebrews 3:12. Take heed, brethren, lest there be any of you an evil heart of unbelief and departing from the living power.
Go ahead.
But exhort one another daily, while it is called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin.
Yeah, because Jake, they're accustomed to the pleasures of sin, so they're gonna hold fast to it. They're gonna hold on to it, and Esau is who feeds them. So they look to Esau as the one that's gonna, hey, he's the one that's gonna keep feeding me and keeping me comfortable, so I can continue to live my life of sin and do what the hell I want to do. Right? So the scriptures talk about the deceitfulness of sin, so that's why we got to look within ourselves. It's a fight. You don't want to get too accustomed to that feeling. Go ahead. Of comfort, go ahead.
For we are made partakers of Hamashiach if we hold the beginning of our confidence steadfast unto the end. While it is said today, if ye hear his voice, harden not your hearts as in provocation.
Yep, which means to provoke. Because all that complaining that Jake was doing in the wilderness, they was provoking the Most High to anger. It was pissing them off, man, to hear, like, are these niggas serious? After what I just did for these niggas, and they still talking?
It wasn't even like years past. It was recent. It wasn't like, okay, these niggas got hard-headed after 400 years. Like, no, we talking about a few months, maybe.
Man, the Lord had Moses bring them out through all those miraculous means.
Even before that, the plagues.
Yeah.
They didn't even touch them.
Yeah, the Lord did all that for them. And at the moment they get out into the wilderness, the very moment there was any little inkling of discomfort. Moses, you brought us out here for us to die?
Yeah, you can hear a nigga saying it.
Yeah, you can see, man.
You brought us out into this desert just so we can die? You know? He come down from getting the commandments, and he come down there and there's a freaknik going on.
Yeah. With
a golden calf.
Golden calf. Like, man, we got to do our own thing, man. This nigga taking too long up there. That's how Jake is. Jake is impatient, you know?
That's true. And he always takes shit for face value.
Yeah.
I know how long he was up there?
40 days.
I got it.
And then you had coups, niggas trying to basically come up against a Moses.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. You know?
They was just the leaders of that little coup.
Yeah, Khan, it was hundreds.
It was a gang.
Yeah.
Sex. Jake's, you know. Same thing today, you know. You got, shit, Jake's in the truth that want to rebel against the doctrine, the true doctrine. They know what the MOTB is. They know what the Sabbath and all these things is. They wanna rebel.
And you said something earlier. What the first thing when we first got here, what you said, we're the only group that has haters.
Oh yeah, I was mentioning to the brother that you know that we got the truth because recently this week, if I know your brothers know, a bug out from we call ourselves GMS Somalia. He was GMS Saudi Arabia and all these other things, right? But when you think about it, when is the last time you had a rogue IUIC member, a rogue ISUPK where they had to come out and say, hey, this guy isn't a part of Sakari, or this guy isn't a part of ISUPK, this guy isn't a part of IUIC.
Mm-hmm.
Why does that never happen?
It never happens.
Right.
It's always the same fallout, which we all go through the same Hebrew Israelite fallout thing. But where's the guy that said that this is what I'm doing, putting stain on the church?
Yeah. You had a GMS Yemen. GMS Yemen. And notice those titles that these agents are using are all Muslim countries.
Yeah, Arabia, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, and Somalia.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's some more out there that we're not aware of, but that's showing you who really has the truth, who Yahweh Shem Yahushua is dealing with. That's why Esau is sending these different agents to try to tie us into Muslim, Middle East, Islam and shit.
And the elder, he broke it down how the word Somalia goes into the left hand, Samal, the word Samal goes into left hand or wicked.
Literally means left hand.
Yeah.
Didn't Yemen fire some rockets?
Yeah. Yesterday.
Yemen has, I want to say for a year now, has basically declared war on Israel. It's just they ain't got the power, but
they fired like one fucking missile.
Yeah.
they didn't do shit.
Iron Dome, they
didn't do shit.
So, didn't the brother put that in his video or the title Stop Shooting That Little Shit?
Yeah. Harlem Nights.
Yeah.
But I finished that in Hebrews 3. There was some more.
Hebrews 3. Are we 15? While it is said today, if you hear his voice, harden not your hearts as in the provocation. For some, when they have heard, did provoke, howbeit not all that came out of Egypt by Moses. But with whom was he grieved 40 years? What 40 years? Was it not with them that had sinned, whose carcasses fell in the wilderness?
Yeah. So there was, committing wickedness out there in that desert. And there was worshiping idols, they was doing it all.
Yeah.
And the Lord was killing them off while they was in the wilderness. There was one account where the Lord had 23,000 of them killed.
Yeah, kind.
Yeah, what you said?
23,000 niggas got killed.
Oh yeah.
In the wilderness.
Hold that.
Yeah.
Hold that. Y'all know how those 23,000 got killed?
Laser beams.
Somebody find the account. Find the account.
Or the serpents.
Yeah.
That's I think that's different.
That was different.
Yeah, no, but how many was that?
I'm not sure.
I think that was a pretty big number.
That was So you had Jake dying by serpents.
Yep.
You got Jake getting swallowed up in the earth.
Yeah.
You had death angels coming and killing them. You had Jake die from being gluttonous.
Yeah.
Eat too much damn quail.
Yeah, what they was doing, they was eating it raw. They was fucking just eating it like they're beasts and shit.
Like Edomites.
Yeah.
They was probably eating and wasn't letting themselves breathe and digest and shit.
That sounds about right, bro.
Choking on it.
Look at that. The end up. How she
licking
get
their
down?
fingers and sucking their wrists and
Yeah,
shit.
knuckles and shit.
What they say? Put the knuckles in the ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what was going on. You gotta visualize it, man.
Yeah. Just look at your TikTok videos, you know, and niggas in their car or at the table with their seafood boils, how they eat, man. These the same niggas.
Gluttonous.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
So you know, in this, when Esau orchestrate this famine, you already know niggas gonna be they gonna be off their rockers.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be beautiful.
Same shit.
And these niggas was getting into it and damn near killing each other over chicken sandwiches.
Thinking of it.
Popeye's chicken sandwiches a few years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jake is
that literally happened.
What'd you say, bro?
Some niggas got killed.
Oh yeah, niggas got killed. Yeah.
Over there. General Fried
Niggas
Chicken.
blow you
bro.
away at the drive-through because you forgot to drop some sauce in their bag.
Yeah.
The nigga woman spazzed out because they charged her for ranch or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Destroyed the restaurant.
Yeah, destroyed. Come on.
And this food ain't even natural food. At least back then we had actual organic food. The Lord actually rained it from heaven, so you know it was definitely organic.
It's a heaven fried chicken, bro.
Had no water like that water off that
That,
stone.
man, that water off that stone, bro, that was pure. That was purified. That was real purified.
So that bread,
And that manna,
right? You know that bread is good.
they said when they ate it, it dissolved in their mouth.
Hey,
Not those
when you
damn
look
biscuits from
when you look up the
Popeyes.
word manna, it means what is it? You know, that's what it means.
What is it?
Yeah, what is it? Like,
Yeah, like the cheddar biscuits. Church's biscuits.
Red lobster, church biscuits.
You know, we making light of it, but imagine how these people gonna bug out. Think of manna rained again.
bro,
These people wouldn't eat it.
glitter.
Bro,
Maybe trying to figure out what the hell.
this is nasty. Wash it off the car.
But you know what'll happen? That one nigga, he'll put it in his deep fryer.
Fry it,
Yeah.
fry it all.
Make a TikTok video on it.
Air
It ain't
fryer,
as good without the-
air fryer,
You gotta
bro.
add pork grease on it to make it taste
Yeah,
good.
you dip it in some of this lobster juice
Cookies and shit.
and some Old Bay.
Yeah, cooking with Kaya. She gonna come out with a plate of fucking fried manna, deep fried manna.
Fried manna, bro.
Kaya could be, yeah, they gonna eat
Yeah,
it.
they'll eat that shit.
They put it on the menu at one of these fancy restaurants.
It's
Showing
crazy.
you that, but what's funny
And
is
bro, and they complaining about this chick.
Yeah.
They'll complain about some shit like that.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Complain about a woman cooking, bro.
These
Shit.
chicks threatening her with death, like wishing death on her and shit. Just for
Cooking,
cooking
bro.
for a man.
oh yeah.
So you women gonna really be in deep shit. 'Cause you've been at ease the most in this world, man. You've been at ease the most. You've had the best of both worlds for a long period of time, man. So that world is getting ready to come crashing down on you. The walls is closing in. All right, that comfort zone, that's you getting ready to lose that. And that's when you're gonna start to see the desperation. That's when they're gonna get desperate
But you're not gonna have no skills.
at all.
Cause you ain't been exercising them skills.
Yeah, that's why they was mad at her. Like that's not a lot of them just prove y'all don't even have a basic skill. You can't even cook.
Right.
That you'll be offended at
Bro.
this chick, and she don't even know how to cook.
Yeah,
I'm
yes.
looking at some of her videos and the shit she got on her plate. Like,
Yeah, it's straight trash. It's unhealthy as shit.
Let me say
That shit didn't faze me at all. Like, man, come on now.
It's all
Oh, a
clogged
woman
arteries.
looking at that, like, are you serious?
it's
Mac
not
and
about
cheese, bitch.
what she's making. It's about that she's cooking.
Right.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them, they're not willing to do that. They can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't even boil fucking water.
Hot Pockets, bro. They microwave and shit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. They used to Uber Eat, delivering, getting food delivered to them.
That's all they do. That's all they know now.
Bro.
That's all they know.
Instacart, all that shit.
Is it?
Now,
They-
I want to make a point. Something that I saw, like, funny. You know how you get caught on the internet, rabbit holing and shit. right? I went into, I saw this Jake talking about the Lanchetta ladies. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So, the Lanchetta TikTok. You know what that shit is? You brothers know what that is? You know what it is? What is it?
It's what, I guess the husbands are keeping their lunch at home and just buying food from her and she all dressed up, slutty. Yeah.
Looking so appealing.
Yeah.
Things that their wives that they're not getting at home.
Right.
Cooking and good. So some of the women, now this is where I got caught. Some of the women was like, fuck that. Going to bed all sexy in boy shorts and little bitty t-shirts and shit. To keep their man, they wake up, they hooking their man up, love him. Then they get in there, he got to be to work at 7, she in there at 4:30, cutting up onions and frying up steak.
That's a whole different mindset than the women here.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's a whole different mindset.
All because
The woman
a
here,
might take your man later.
the women here, they're so caught up in their own
Yep.
selfishness and their own comfort that they don't even know how to comfort anyone else.
Yeah,
they're not concerned with any other's happiness. Only they self.
Yeah.
You know
The
what I
woman
mean?
that made her husband breakfast and lunch. There's another one that made him breakfast, and then she didn't really have time because they woke up and they had sex instead, right? So she just made him like an egg sandwich or whatever. She went and made him lunch and then brought it to him, so she could also see said he don't know. I'm also seeing if he's gonna be at this lunch trip with everybody else.
But that's the thing too, especially with this generation, specifically the younger generation. Hey, that's why they tell you, oh, their favorite meals are like pasta dishes because they can't cook shit. You know, they'll say, oh yeah, chicken Alfredo. Every bitch says chicken Alfredo. You know, because you get the sauce from a jar, you boil the noodles, and then you can just grill some chicken.
It don't take that much effort.
That's
at all.
nothing. Yeah.
We're afraid that they're going to have to start,
Exactly. Competition.
They're like this, raising the standard.
Yeah.
That's what they mean.
Yeah.
Give me I switched over. Get a Ciroc 26 real quick. Get Ciroc 26 and I believe it's around the 5th verse. That's pretty much the issue. That's why these women were getting upset, highly upset and outraged. Because this chick, she was pretty, the sixth verse. They're pretty much are threatened because they see her as competition.
Yeah.
Especially if she's garnishing the attention of the men that they want.
Mm-hmm.
She's threatened by them.
I ain't gonna lie, some of the Lanchetta ladies was up there with tight jeans and a little halter top. They was looking nice. Come with all that food, she like, he said my wife, one of them was like, my wife mad at me, left him an apple and a pack of top rope around the noodles, bro. No hot water. Where you supposed to get hot water at? Out on the job site. So he go to the lunch truck, she got hot shit ready.
Damn.
Somebody else wanna read it?
I got it. So you said Ciroc 26 verse 6. This is yeah, I got it. So this is Ciroc 26 and verse 6, and it says, but a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, and a scourge of the tongue which communicateth with all.
Yeah.
Read it again.
Gone. It says here, Ciroc 26 and verse 6. But a grief of a heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman.
That's what you saw. That responds to her going viral and seeing men get turned on by, her seduction.
And a woman being in her natural order.
And her being in her natural femininity, because that's an act of femininity. And these women, they're groomed to be masculine as fuck in this world, especially the end of.
He should be cooking for me.
Man,
yeah,
brother.
she's masculine. She ain't trying to show no tenderness towards you, and that's even in the curse. Our women used to be tender. She that is tender and delicate, will not have the show of her feet to touch the ground.
These same women be fighting in the gutter.
Yeah.
Literally. Fighting each other in the gutter.
I've heard women say, I'm not cooking for my man.
Yeah.
There's women that said that. You know, they men ask them to cook for them, and they're like, no, that's not my job. I'm not here to do that.
Oh, you had one bitch. She was on social media. She made a post. You said, "I'll never cook for another man. That's not my husband." But she said, basically, she's saying in a nutshell, "I'll never cook for anybody unless you married. You married to me." Oh yeah. Well, you just alienated all like, cause there's certain steps that you got to take to attract a man.
Yeah.
If you can't even attract him, then what are we talking about?
And I always use the Chris Rock joke. It was an old joke, but it's a good joke. He was like, well, it wasn't even a joke. He was just saying some shit, really. I don't even remember where the joke was at, but he was telling us, women, y'all, I can't get a man, ain't no good man. He said, if you have a pot on the stove, every day at 5 o'clock, a man will show up to that pot. The key thing of that was every day. If you have a pot on the stove, every day at 5 o'clock, a man will show up. Yeah, and that's just real. The consistency of that, the habit, and the, you know, man, trust me.
Yeah, men are gatekeepers to relationships.
Yep.
So even if you're not, you know, performing wifely duties before you become a wife,
Right.
why would that man take you seriously?
Just all of a sudden, hold a housewife, and you're supposed to be good at it? No,
Just like us, we're doing the work. You know, we're serving the Lord to get that incorruptible crown, which is being married to the Lord, man. So we got to do our works before we get that crown, man. You know, to be worthy for it.
Y'all heard that one, it was like on TikTok or Instagram, whatever. He said, it's a scripture. He was a pastor. It was a scripture he was saying. He said, I will not get you a girlfriend. He said, I will part unto you a wife. She was a wife when he met her. Meaning she's already performing living the lifestyle of a wife, waiting on her husband to show up. A lot of women, he said, a lot of you women wait, you know, in girlfriend and in a relationship or whatever else. Y'all not in a wife role. You're not living the wife role, but you expecting a husband to show up, and you just a situation or a girlfriend or a booty call or
baby
whatever.
mama.
A baby mama type thing.
Yeah.
So you gotta be that wife. Same as if I may. But the brother saying what he was saying, that's why we're rehearsing and being wives to the Lord now. This is part of the rehearsal of being a wife unto the Lord.
Yeah.
Being obedient unto him, giving him what he like. He like to smell. He like to smell what we're cooking up here.
Yep, sweet savor.
You know, y'all got it.
And then on top of that, you know, not only the duties as a wife, you know, if you're not able to hold your weight as a woman, as my woman, you taking on my name, you're supposed to be a representation of me. What comes with a wife? Children.
Yep.
How am I going to trust you to raise my children and to teach them right after my mind if you ain't even doing what you're supposed to be doing?
Yeah. For me, for you. Right.
Hey, real quick, Sirach 26 and 1 at the top. Blessed is the man that have a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be doubled. A virtuous woman rejoices of her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace.
Hey man, live as long as you got a woman in order.
Yeah, kind of.
You got one woman or women in order, you live longer. Hey, another thing, this dude, Travis Hunter, man.
Bro.
Shit, everybody, you know, all these jakes, man, that's been in celebrity, you know, entertainment. They trying to warn this dude, man. Get away from that bitch he with, man. She don't respect you, man. You know, but hey, wicked ass men will fall under these bitches, man. The Lord will put you in that position under these wicked ass women to basically fall, you know, to be servants under them, man. And his life gonna be destroyed if you stay with that bitch, man. Watch.
Yeah, she gonna ruin him. Yeah, she gonna ruin that dude, man.
It's good for that nigga, man.
Yeah.
Because he got more than enough warnings, man. I'm pretty sure Prime, he primed and told him, you know. But Jacob.
What's her name? Not Amber Rose, the other bitch. Rihanna, some shit.
Renner.
Yeah, Brittany Winter. Brittany, hey, Prime brought her to the fucking it was a little fucking meeting.
He brought him to their team meeting
with the players. Then Brittany Winter was putting them on game, man.
Put them on game.
Right.
Yeah.
She was like, don't fall for these fucking bitches, man.
How you know?
They'll trap you.
Because she didn't got a couple niggas, you know.
Yeah. He did. I forgot about that, bro.
That nigga it went through one ear out the other, man.
Hey, Travis Hunter, his woman don't respect him. She know he a simp, and that's why she doesn't respect him. Like, what was that event where Deion Sanders had to make her get up, the Heisman Trophy?
Bro.
He had to make her stand up to go and give him some.
Yeah. Everybody else in there standing.
Everybody else standing up and clapping, and she's sitting down.
That's,
She don't respect his ass, man.
That's like the account with that king. Was it the Editions of Esther? No, the other one where
Queen Vashti.
Yeah, she refused to come out.
Xerxes' wife.
Out or something like that. Stop dealing with him, something like that.
She wouldn't come out when it was a feast. She wouldn't come out for the feast. So she was trying to defy his order, and the men was like, hey, if she does this, all the other women gonna see it, and they're gonna rebel too. It's gonna become a feminist movement up in here. So that's when he was like, all right, get rid of her, and that's when he had Esther come in. You know.
This is the behavior before marriage, by the way.
Right.
That's exactly like, hey, that little moment right there, all the other women see it, they gonna act the same.
Yeah.
You know, they gonna think it's okay. So immediately you gotta nip it. You know, you gotta cut the bitch off, man.
We gonna see how his story gonna end, man. Cause he ain't gonna listen, man.
I ain't signing no prenup.
That's what he said?
He probably will.
Prenup ain't, bro.
Prenup right on.
That don't protect you. There's ways around that. But the whole point is
Don't get married.
you need the wisdom of how about should be outside.
Yeah.
Which if you understood, see, because a lot of jakes don't know the difference of what a woman should be, which we have virtuous women written in here as examples. But they don't know that. They only go on these marriage schemes, man.
Right. But if he knew, it's like that.
No, you got it.
I would say if he knew this wisdom, he would know that what the definition of marriage is.
Right. Sex.
Right.
And her devotion to you because of that. But who else you been devoted to? You got it.
I got a quick precept. This is Titus 2:3. The aged women likewise that.
Oh yeah, you good.
Likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of God be not blasphemed.
Hey, one of the things it said to be discreet. You know, and when something is discreet, that means that you're being careful. You know, you're on point mentally. You're not making a fool of yourself. You're not embarrassing yourself, and you're not bringing embarrassment to your husband or your family. And these modern women, they're a public embarrassment. These chicks are a meme right now.
Yeah. The internet has exposed these women. Social media and the internet has exposed these women.
They have no discretion. They have zero discretion, man.
You got women that look another man in the eye.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful. You know, you're not supposed to do that.
Well, his chick was in a music video.
Yeah.
While they were together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with some nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like an intimate scene too. Like she behind, all hugged up with him and shit.
I was telling your brother that she used to strip over in Atlanta.
She had a OnlyFans too.
Yeah, the nigga that had all the strippers' numbers. I guess he put her number in the Cash App. The Cash App popped up. Wow. Bam, it was her. Yep. So you. Come on, we know what came from the Atlanta strip club tree. The Amber Rose of the world. What's the other one? The Cardi B. A lot of these. It's another one. I want Sexy Reds. All of them. They came from that. If you was a stripper in Atlanta, you already know what time it is with her. Yeah. You gonna wife her?
Let him tell it. I knew about it.
She had an OnlyFans too. Kylie Jenner? No, not that one.
Oh, China, Black China. Black China. Oh, she horrible.
Yeah, her mama was a fucking porn star.
Yeah. Her mom was trash too.
Trash. And then she had a fucking podcast with Rick Ross baby mama and Blueface's mama. Ratchet as bro. It's disastrous, bro. You can only imagine what the content on there, bro.
What would be the topic?
Just low, super low vibration.
Well, I'll read it out of order.
Middle-aged hoes, bro. What the fuck they finna sit around and talk about?
Yep, that's all you got to know. That's what you care to hear about. This is Sirach 26, verse 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. Z was mentioning this. He kind of half quoted it. Right? But that lets you know a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. So that's why when you said, I got no feeling for them what they go through. They ain't doing the honorable thing. You know, we have, look, some of us, I haven't go this far, through my own experience, some of us may be attached to a certain woman now, but may not be attached to her as you go on with your life into this. You know, as you go, that woman may subside and move on, and you move on, and you somebody that meets you where you at now. Okay? In a more spiritual side of it.
Okay.
You know, it is Ecclesiastes 7:27. It said he so a woman's head is as bands and
Verse 26.
Yeah, 26, and heart is as
Nets.
snares and nets, right?
Her hands is as bands.
Yep. He who pleases the Lord shall escape from her. So I told her that, my baby mama. I told her that, man, I'm escaped. She was pissed because she knew. She knew that I got away. Not because to be with her, but I escaped her for the Lord. So you know, spiritually how I took it anyway. But this is in the scriptures. Niggas like that don't know. What do you think these 2/3 is crashing out over? They're only crashing out because they ain't got a righteous woman. Because they ain't righteous.
Right.
Yep.
And I said that they're supposed to teach the younger women how to be, you know, lovers of their husbands and things like that. So a woman is supposed to already come to a man already with that in them, you know, because sex is marriage.
That culture ain't what's going on. We got a culture, like we were talking about, the culture of hoes passing down whoredoms to one another.
Yeah, when they moms.
A porn star passing down, I ain't gonna be as bad as my mom, but you a stripper, you in the same. You here and you here. Yeah, like you here and you over there doing something different.
Which is the gateway to the other lifestyle.
The money dry up, and you need more money doing less. Guess what you gonna end up doing? What your mom was doing. That was it on there, right? But yeah, I want to establish that point. We don't have that culture of passing down wisdom of cooking that we're talking about, of how to keep your feminine hygiene to a certain level. Because it's extra work with feminine hygiene. How to pass down the mind state of being a wife. That's how you become a wife. Someone has to teach you how to be a wife. You have to have seen a wife and what wives do to know what that is. Or the extreme of not seeing it and then take effect to where I'm gonna do this. And I think this works. Mama didn't work for mama and grandmama or whatever.
Then you gotta be raised like that.
Right.
You can't just learn that and you've been the whole for like 13 years.
Yeah.
Trying to be a loving wife. Yeah, you gotta be raised in that.
Exactly
You know?
You get the Sirach 7
Yeah.
and 26.
The crazy thing is, back in the ancient world, prostitutes knew how to take care of a man.
Yeah.
You know, they you know, Hosea. You know,
That's why they was able to be wifed.
You're right, exactly.
They actually wifed a harlot.
Yeah.
Because she actually already had the duties and skills of a wife.
Hey, the women down in Colombia selling their pussy, they know how to take care of a man.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
That's why men go out tourism. They leave the country and they go down there because they want that feeling. No women are good at making you feel desired.
Yeah, wanted.
Yeah, they know how to be. They know how to be feminine. Also,
Exactly.
They don't.
Real feminine. Yep.
They don't.
They know how to
put away
serve
their
you.
femininity.
Right.
You know.
They're really like their job is to literally serve you.
Yeah.
That
You know what I mean?
That go along with
She ain't gonna let you pick a dish up and turn the faucet on.
Or turn a pot on.
Turn a pot on her. She ain't gonna let you do that.
She ain't gonna let you be home.
What you doing?
Yeah.
Did you, I seen
She
one.
see you take the ironing board out.
Yeah, it wouldn't be.
No,
She get offended.
Like she gonna get offended.
I think she was Asian, and what I'm thinking of, someone was Asian, Filipino or something. She's like, if you do, she was crying. She was like, if you do this, what do I need? What am I for? Like think about that mindset. What if you gonna iron your own clothes? What do you need me for? If you gonna cook for yourself, why do you need me?
Hey, just don't bring him back to the States though.
Women over here.
6 months, she's out.
So,
You gotta go.
She-
That's why you gotta go and stay over there.
comes at 304.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna wrap it up.
And there's no exits on the Interstate 304.
So I want to wrap that whole thing up in a nutshell, right? The whole passport bros thing in a nutshell. Men want to go see what it's like to deal with a woman that treats them like a wife, that treats them like because men are the romantics. You're hearing the whole red pill thing. Men are the romantics. Women are conditional in a sense of they need certain things, right? Whatever, right? But the whole point of that passport thing, they're going to find out what it's like to be treated like that. And now they know the standard of what they feel they deserve now. Problem is, they're coming back to a place that ain't got none of them. Their culture is not that.
But at least they go and see what the standard is, so when they come back here, they'll know what to accept and not to accept.
Exactly.
Before men here were just settling because any old raggedy ass bitch from the hood that been ran through, because like a nigga said, well, what else I got to choose from? Or what else is there out there? Options. You don't have as many options, But you go out, like you said, you go abroad and you see how a man is really supposed to be treated. Like man, and they don't never want to leave. That's what happened during World War II in Vietnam, where they got treated like kings over there. Like, nah, I ain't going back. I ain't never going back to America.
And men are men are seeing that it's deeper than just a female with good box. It's deeper than that, because that's good, but it's only good for the moment. But when you got a woman that I get off of work from a 12-hour shift and my feet hurt, she don't got no problem rubbing my feet. I got a meal ready for me. When it's your woman learns you, she knows your wants and your dislikes, so she does everything to make you comfortable.
I got you. Sirach 36 and 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
She's supposed to. She's there to help ease well, I'm thinking of a term, but
Your health.
basically, she's supposed to. When you come home from a hard day of work and stress and dealing with the ailments, when you come home, you're supposed to feel alleviated from all of that. You come home and the smell is already pleasant. She looking real good. You like, damn.
Right.
Food in there.
Yeah.
Go ahead. The food be done.
As soon as you walk through that door, you damn near ready to come and dive on it. She like, hold on, before we get to that.
Some new body wash.
I got some food on the table. It's hot. I don't, you don't want to wait till it get cold. It's hot.
Let me take your shoes.
You know what I mean?
Take a beer. Yeah, don't bend. Hey, a chick said that.
Yep.
One of the coldest one was an Edomite woman.
Give me your coat. Put your coat up.
One of them was an Edomite woman. She said, she was like, yeah, your husband may come in and act like a little kid, come in the house, he kicked his boots off. You don't know what war he was fighting outside the house to keep this house together
They don't
here.
understand that.
So all I gotta do is put his shoes up and clean up after him. I'm glad to do it to provide this. And their house wasn't, it was still a modest house.
Matter of fact, it was that same chick that everybody started coming at too, saying, "Oh, you just I think they called her like a culture vulture, or you just want to steal our men and shit."
Pick me up.
Some pick me, yeah. She's like from a different country.
It was a German woman that was doing that too.
Oh, I see that one. Yeah.
German chick. Yeah.
Now the one I was talking about was for a white husband, so that's not, but women with the right minds, that's what they get to stay home and be housewives too. But anyway, so this is backing up what you read. This is back 26 and 20. I'm gonna read 22. Let's go with what you said. It says, "A harlot shall be accounted as spittle when you." Spittle fly out your mouth, you ain't worried about trying to pick it up and, let me catch it. You ain't worried about that. So you may deal with a woman, a harlot, but you ain't worried about tomorrow. You ain't worried about later. You ain't trying to chill with her. You know, so that ain't no issue.
Yeah.
Here to give you guys a problem or anything.
All right.
We had somebody come in who lives here. He just said that they were bothered by the signs. We told them you can be bothered. Your First Amendment. You can do
Okay,
whatever you
yeah.
want. I guess another issue we had is just your signs were leaning against the building. We just thought we'd come on and talk to you about it.
Okay.
We can remove
Other than that, but you guys have never been a problem. I'm cool with you guys. What you guys are doing great. So
Thank you.
just thought to let you know in case the guy decides to come back and cause problems for you guys.
Okay, yeah.
So
Appreciate it.
all right, appreciate it. But other than that, you guys can stay right where you're at. You guys are cool.
Okay,
So-
great. We saw they painted and
Thank
everything,
you.
so we were like, okay.
Yeah,
But
I-
yeah. That's cool.
Some people love to be offended.
Y'all have a good one. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Hey, like you said, we ain't never been a problem.
It's just,
Hey, man.
Hey, you know, it's the dude that keep coming in and out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
He
yeah.
always got a negative
Yeah.
That's all right. We're gonna put curse on this place.
No, let's see a new spot.
Yeah.
This motherfucker burned down there.
Now we gotta look for his new spot.
So Sirach 26, verse 22, it says, "And harlot shall be counted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband." That's what you're talking about.
A tower
And
against
know what the number one, I don't know if you brothers know statistics like this or know into this. What's the number one killer of men?
Stress.
Stress. So when you come home and you deal with the stress of work and your job and the road, come home and you got stressed because your woman want to argue about whatever. What you gonna say?
Hey, that's why men die first too.
Yep.
Majority of times it's the men that go first, man. You know?
Stress. And she gave you a stressful meal
Yeah.
that was cooked by an animal that was killed under stressful conditions.
Right.
This is true.
And then anybody bring out a Sirach 25 or 22?
25? No, not 25.
It said, and a woman, if she maintain her husband,
Yep.
is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. A wicked woman obeyeth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance, and